Every morning, at exactly 5:30 a.m., before the city of Chicago fully woke up, Maria Alvarez pushed her cleaning cart through the glass doors of Blackstone Financial Tower. She moved quietly, intentionally, at 52 years old. Maria had learned that invisibility was survival. The executives never noticed her. The assistants barely nodded. The security guards greeted her kindly, but only because she was part of the building, like the marble floors or the chrome elevators. But Maria noticed everything. She noticed which offices stayed lit overnight, which trash cans held shredded documents instead of coffee cups, which executives whispered when they thought no one was around. And on that particular Tuesday morning, Maria noticed something that made her heart stop. A single folder lay open on the desk of the most powerful man in the building, Jonathan Reed, billionaire, CEO, media darling, and the man who was about to sign away his entire empire. Jonathan Reed was the definition of American success. Born into a working-class family in Ohio, he had built Blackstone Financial from a two-person startup into a multi-billion-dollar investment empire. He appeared on magazine covers, spoke at Ivy League schools, gave interviews about discipline, grit, and vision. But success had made him cautious. Recently, Reed had been under pressure. A rival firm was circling Blackstone like a shark. Investors wanted faster growth. The board demanded innovation. Then came Victor Hale. Victor was charming, smooth, a former friend from Jonathan's early days, someone who claimed he wanted to help Blackstone expand internationally. Victor brought a proposal, a merger, a signature. And Jonathan, exhausted and trusting an old face, was ready to sign. Maria was emptying trash when she saw it. The heading at the top of the document made her freeze. Conditional Asset Transfer Agreement. Her breath caught. Years earlier, Maria had not always been a cleaning lady. Before life unraveled, before her husband died and medical bills swallowed her savings, Maria had been a legal assistant at a mid-sized corporate law firm. She knew contracts, and she knew traps. Her hands shook as she read the clause halfway down the page. A silent clause, a poison pill. If Jonathan Reed signed that agreement, control of Blackstone Financial would transfer to Victor Hale within 90 days, legally, quietly, irreversibly. Maria felt sick. She looked at the signature line. Unsigned. For now. Jonathan Reed entered his office at 7:45 a.m., coffee in hand, mind racing with board meetings and market numbers. He barely noticed Maria standing near his desk until she spoke. "Sir," she said softly, her accent gentle but firm. "Please, don't sign that document." Jonathan frowned. "Excuse me?" "I'm sorry," he said, irritation creeping into his voice. Maria swallowed hard. She had never spoken to him before. She could lose her job, her health insurance, everything. "That contract," she continued. "It gives away your company," Jonathan laughed once. "A cleaning lady giving legal advice," he said, shaking his head. Maria's eyes didn't waver. "I've seen contracts like that before," she said. "They hide the truth in small print. If you sign it, you lose." The room went silent. Jonathan felt something unexpected. Doubt. Jonathan was a man who trusted data, not instinct. But something about Maria's voice, steady, scared, sincere, made him pause. "Why should I believe you?" he asked. Maria reached into her pocket and pulled out a worn business card. It was old, faded. "Legal assistant Alvarez and Moore LLP." Jonathan stared at it. "You were a legal assistant?" he asked quietly. "For 15 years, Maria replied. Before life changed." Jonathan looked back at the contract. Then he did something no one expected. He picked up the phone. "Cancel my meeting with Victor," he said. "Get legal in here." Now, 3 hours later, Blackstone's legal team stood pale and silent. Maria had been right. The contract was airtight, predatory. Victor Hale wasn't offering a partnership. He was staging a corporate takeover. Jonathan sat down slowly. If Maria hadn't spoken up, Blackstone would have collapsed. Thousands of employees would have lost their jobs. And Jonathan Reed's legacy would have been destroyed with one signature. That afternoon, Victor Hale was confronted. Security escorted him out, but the damage went deeper. Victor had bribed a junior board member, manipulated stock projections, planned to bleed Blackstone dry before selling it off. The scandal exploded. News outlets ran the story nonstop. Billionaire saved by cleaning lady's warning. America watched in disbelief. Jonathan asked Maria to come to his office again. This time he stood when she entered. "You saved my company," he said. "Why didn't you say anything sooner?" Maria smiled sadly. "People don't listen to women like me," she said, "until it's almost too late." Jonathan felt shame settle in his chest. It almost ignored the most important voice in the room. Jonathan did more than say thank you. He paid off Maria's medical debts, offered her a position as a contract compliance consultant, provided a salary triple what she had ever earned. And when Maria hesitated, afraid she didn't belong, Jonathan said, "You already proved you do." Months later, Jonathan stood on a conference stage. He told the story himself. "Wisdom doesn't wear suits," he said. "Sometimes it pushes a cleaning cart." The audience stood. Maria watched from the back of the room, tears in her eyes. She had been invisible once. Now her voice had changed everything.